Social media has boomed for us. Look, yes, we've probably got over 280,000 people that follow our Facebook account. And Twitter from last time I looked, probably about 45,000. A lot of the media follow us on Twitter and being reshared, but on average now, if we do a certain post at the head of the fires or on a certain day, we're getting over 7 to 10 million people. Now, we're actually seeing as well with that, though, we are hitting people in other countries.
Yes.
Family and relatives in the UK, Canada,
yes.
And we can actually notice that.
Yeah.
It still helps, because even if you've got family or friends over here and you become aware of something, there's nothing stopping then you making a phone call and saying, are you okay? And they potentially may not even be aware of something that's occurring.
Yeah.
Just on the screens as well, the main information that comes in here is on the right-hand screen where all the blue lines are all our fires currently. And there's probably a little bit more of that. You can see them replicated above on the blue diamonds on the actual state of New South Wales. That comes across and gives us a bit of an active summary. So still got 44 fires up there, bushgrass and scrub incidents at the moment, and New South Wales total of that we normally refer to, we've got 15 that are uncontained. So we're having to work on really getting control lines, everything around 15 of those fires. Below that is all the intelligence that is coming in. So it normally is communication within the incident management teams in the field, but we have access to see that. Why is that important? Because if a truck rolls, or if there's a breach of containment, or if it's about to impact on some homes, we're all seeing it at the same time, and we can actually start going out with some public messaging, or getting ready to go out with some public messaging prior to actually talking to them. As I said, it's important to note, we're not dictating where the trucks go. That is done locally. So they have an incident management team that is sort of reflected in some aspects in here.
And the video on the right-hand side,
Okay, so
is
the
that?
video there's two ones. The still image is the last image off basically like a news camera, news chopper for us, which feeds in here. The other one just above it is a small little a section of video which we use, which is similar to a Google Earth camera. Why is that important? Because it's a tiny little camera that sits on one of our helicopters that we can use for water bombing as well as taking some pictures, and it automatically feeds down in here. The other camera is a dedicated video camera, so we can't actually use that chopper for anything else other than intelligence or feeding video back into here. So the one above, usually 30-second little clips of actual fire, so when they get above, they can actually see that imagery and it beams back into here or back into the incident management team in the field.
Right. And all the maps, are they more detailed?
Yeah, so
areas
they're
right at
the
top?
individual, that they might be three or four of three of the individual fires that we're looking at the moment. You'll notice also over the ones of New South Wales give us a bit of an idea of potential fire danger risk over coming days, the 4 green and yellow maps of New South Wales. Obviously social media playing a role. We have actually got some social media monitoring which allows us to look for hashtags of, let's say for instance, if we had a fire at Foster and people were hashtagging Foster fire, if we haven't got any information, it's going to pop up on our screen and start saying, you might actually have an issue here.
Yeah.
Obviously we've got TVs up there as well because we're looking for news break, but it also gives us the ability, for instance, the other day, one of the news channels did have their chopper up, and before our chopper got there, we're actually able to see images of the fire itself.